Good morning, folks. This is the Patriotic Christian Cowboy coming at you with another broadcast. Now, today I'm going to talk about something I've seen happen on both Facebook and MeWe. In fact, I'm going to talk about a couple things. The first thing on my heart and mind is that a lot of people get on there and use profanity. Even some folks that call themselves Christians have no problem with spouting profanity. Now, as a cowboy, I can tell you there is a time and place for profanity. When you're working cattle, when you're working horses, and especially if you happen to work in a mule barn, profanity just going to kind of come out natural. But when you're around ladies and when you're around children, there is no place for profanity. Now, some of you may have noticed that I said ladies as opposed to women. Well, there's lots of females out there, but unfortunately there's very few ladies. And when I commented on this in a group, somebody said something about that we should always treat women as ladies. And I told that particular person, let's see, his name was Benjamin. I can't remember his last name. Benjamin, you'll have to excuse me for not remembering. But my memory for names is about that long. And you'll notice I went in a backwards direction there. Names is just not something I'm good with until I get to know a person fairly well. Y'all may have heard that little clap of thunder in the background, so I'm going to be real brief with this message today. Monday, though, I will be addressing the situation of ladies, women, and the difference between the two. Now, getting back on the profanity thing. Profanity, I've heard it said, is the effort of a weak mind to express itself forcefully. If a person can't express themselves without profanity, it's probably because they really don't have that much to say. And if they don't have that much to say, then they ought not to be saying it. You see, we only have so much time on this earth and so many breaths that we're allowed. Now, none of us know how many breaths we've got coming to us. But what we do know is that every one of those breaths is precious. And in the book of James, it says that if any man can control the tongue, the same is a perfect man. Well, that's not an exact quote, but that's the general gist of it now. You see, most folks, they just let whatever comes off of their tongue fly on out there. Or nowadays with the computer, it's whatever comes off your fingers. You let it fly right on out there. You know, get down there on that keyboard and boy, you just go to flying. Well, now, a cowboy, he always thinks twice and speaks once. And another cowboy saying on the topic is, chew your words a bit before you spit them out so you'll know what they taste like. That thunder's getting closer. Well, anyway, so now I ain't trying to tell nobody else how to run their life or how to run their mouth, but I will tell you this. If you happen to be on a MeWe site that I'm an admin in, I'll warn you once about profanity. Sometimes I'll even be generous and warn you twice. But on that third strike, you can count yourself out. And then I will talk, if I'm an admin in the room, I'll talk to the owner of the room. If I'm the owner of the room, well, let's just say you won't be getting back in that room. But if I'm an admin and the owner says let them back in, well, I'll let you back in because I'm just a trail hand. In the rooms where I'm the trail boss, you can consider yourself out for good. So, what I'm really saying, y'all, is this. I got no use for somebody that's got a mouth that seems like they've been eaten out of the septic tank. You city folks may not know what a septic tank is. We, out here in the country, we have septic tanks that our sewage enters into, and then it gets dealt with there as opposed to going into the city sewer system. Now, I don't really know a good way to explain it to somebody that's never had experience with it, but I will say this. If you're ever out in the country and you pull into a yard and the yard around you, all the grass is brown, except there's one spot that's got good green grass, don't park on that spot. I'll just leave it at that. Now, y'all can look up septic tank and you'll find out what I'm talking about. Anyway, folks, this week I had been planning on doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but then we had a couple things come up that needed to be dealt with. So, next week, I'm going to start a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule for the broadcast. I'll still be online every day, but the YouTube page will only be added to on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I hope that y'all will tune in every Monday, every Wednesday, and every Friday. In the meantime, this here is the Patriotic Christian Cowboy signing off. Yeehaw!